were talking about solutions, and we are ready to change now. So we are really at the right place, and all this story of climate change is a fantastic opportunity to raise pioneering spirits, to develop new technologies, and to make a better world. And I was thinking about all that when I was, can I please have the slide? Thank you. I was thinking about all that when I was flying around the world in solar pods, especially above oceans, because the flights were lasting 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row, and it was magical. Can you imagine the situation? You are in a small cockpit of an experimental airplane. You look at the sun, and you know that it's the source of energy that makes you fly day and night. And when you look, the big propeller is turning left and right of the cockpit. You have no noise, no pollution, and no fuel. And I promise you that there were moments where I had to pinch myself to say, it's not real. I'm in a science fiction movie. You know, it's like if I was propelled already in the future. And not at all. It's not the future. It is what the technologies of today allow us to do today. And at this moment I understood how much it's the rest of the world that is in the past. That's really important. It's not the experimental technologies that are in the future. It is the rest of the world that is in the past, with completely outdated systems, technologies, devices and products that we still use. And this is why it was a nightmare at the landing. Because at the landing I had to open the door and go back to a world that still is using combustion engines that are polluting with extremely low efficiency, in a world with constructions that are badly insulated, inefficient heating, cooling and lighting systems, outdated industrial processes, and polluting sources of fossil energy to make electricity, heat or movement. Are we proud of that? So we proudly wave our smartphone to say, hey guys, we're in the 21st century. But everything else we use has been invented in 1880 at the beginning of the oil era. So when we hear from some green parties that we have to make sacrifice to limit our comfort, limit our mobility, limit our style of life, I don't think it's the right way to do. The problem is not so much that we live well. The problem is that in order to live well, we are using outdated technologies that we have to change, and to change now. Can you imagine the market it is for the industry if we were to replace all the outdated systems and infrastructures with modern ones? That would be a way to avoid this dilemma between the quantitative growth and degrowth. You know, we have usually this choice, and I don't agree with this choice. We say either we continue unlimited growth and we destroy the environment, or we fight against growth and we have a social chaos. No, there is a third way. The third way is qualitative growth, where you make money for the industry, you create jobs in the society by replacing what is polluting by what is protecting the environment. And I think this is the way to reconcile ecology and economy, and to reconcile technology with the environment. So how can we do that? We decided, after the first part of the adventure, which was quite symbolic, to demonstrate what renewable energies can do in an impossible goal, to go further. That's the main sentence from the little film that you've seen. Take it further. It means to go from a symbolic demonstration to a really down-to-earth encouragement to use all these technologies. And this is why we have launched the World Alliance for Efficient Solutions.